Welcome back to Lions News Fan Report, where we bring you the latest and most exciting sports news every single day. If you're a diehard Detroit Lions fan, or even just someone who loves seeing the rise of one of the most electrifying defenses in the NFL, then today's story is must-see. We've got breaking news that's not just about numbers or contracts. It's about identity, leadership, and the bold vision this franchise is betting on for years to come. Because on a quiet Wednesday that could have just been another day during draft prep, the Detroit Lions shook the NFL landscape by locking down a cornerstone of their future. And they didn't just sign any player, they made history. But before we dive into just how historic this move is, and what it could signal for the future of this franchise, not to mention the ripple effects it could cause across the entire league, let's take a step back and look at who we're talking about, and why this deal might be just the beginning of something much bigger. According to none other than Ian Rappaport of NFL Network, the Detroit Lions have reached a massive contract extension with All-Pro safety Kerby Joseph. The terms: 4 years, $86 million. That's $21.5 million per year, making Joseph the highest-paid safety in NFL history. Yes, you heard that right. The highest ever. Rappaport dropped the news with a tweet that instantly sent shockwaves across social media. The Lions and All-Pro Kerby Joseph reached a deal to make him the highest-paid safety in NFL history. 4 years, $86 million to $21.5 million per year, negotiated by ad agent Louis Sping. A massive payday for a rising star in Detroit. And while the number itself is eye-popping, it's what it represents that has fans and analysts buzzing. Because let's be honest, Kerby Joseph isn't just another talented young player getting paid. He's become the heartbeat of this defense. At just 24 years old, he's already built a reputation as a game wrecker, a turnover machine, and most importantly, a leader. Coming off a jaw-dropping 2024 season where he led the league with 9 interceptions, Joseph earned All-Pro honors and helped form one of the league's most dangerous safety duos alongside Brian Branch. And that's not hype, that's production. Let's break this down. 9 interceptions in a single season isn't just rare, it's elite. It's the kind of stat line that echoes names from decades past. It's the kind of performance that changes games, silences stadiums, and flips momentum in a heartbeat. And the Lions? They noticed. General Manager Brad Holmes didn't hesitate. He made it crystal clear that retaining Kerby Joseph wasn't optional. It was essential. But here's the thing, this isn't just about locking up a great player. This is about sending a message. A message to the locker room, to the fans, to the entire league. The Detroit Lions are no longer the underdog, the rebuild, the maybe next year team. This is a franchise ready to compete right now, and for the foreseeable future. So let's ask the question that everyone's thinking. Could this extension be the beginning of Detroit's true Super Bowl window? Is this the moment the front office fully leans into an era defined by defense, discipline, and dominance? Because when you have a young core, guys like Aiden Hutchinson, Brian Branch, and now a locked-in Kerby Joseph, you're not just building a team, you're crafting a culture. A culture that head coach Dan Campbell has been preaching since day one. Toughness, grit, accountability. And Joseph, he embodies all of it. Some insiders believe this contract is only the first domino to fall. There are whispers that this kind of financial commitment could set the stage for a flurry of other moves. Perhaps even a major trade during the draft. Could Detroit be positioning themselves to move up and grab a top-tier defensive lineman or cornerback? Could they be on the hunt for another playmaker to stack this defense into something truly terrifying? And speaking of the draft, let's not forget that it's right around the corner. The Lions have multiple picks and the flexibility to get aggressive. With their secondary now anchored for years to come, could this allow them to go all in on the front seven? Build a pass rush that feeds directly into Joseph's ball-hawking brilliance? Fans are wondering if this Joseph extension is more than just a reward. It might be a strategic play, creating cap certainty so Detroit can take some big swings in the next 72 hours. And what about the psychological side of this deal? Let's not underestimate what it means to reward one of your own. Kerby Joseph wasn't a flashy first-rounder. He wasn't a household name coming into the league. He earned every snap, every pick, every accolade. And the Lions? They recognized that. They didn't wait. They didn't lowball him. They went all in. That speaks volumes. And it's going to matter in that locker room. Young players are watching. Veterans are watching. Free agents are watching. Could this move make Detroit a more attractive destination in free agency moving forward? Is this how you build not just a team, but a destination franchise? Because let's be real, these Lions aren't just trying to be good. They're trying to be great. And that means thinking ahead, paying for production before it peaks, and making sure your most important leaders are part of the long-term vision. And yet, even with all this optimism, there are fair questions. $21.5 million a year for a safety, even one as talented as Joseph, is a big swing. Will it pay off? Will he continue to play at an elite level through 2029? Will the team have to make sacrifices elsewhere on the roster? Some critics have already started to question whether this kind of money should go to a safety in today's pass-heavy, quarterback-centric NFL. But Lions fans aren't buying that narrative. They've seen what Joseph brings. They've seen the intangibles. They've seen the difference he makes. And they're fired up. Just take a look at Lions Twitter. Fans are celebrating this move like it's a playoff win. Finally, we're keeping our stars, one fan wrote. Another said, Kerby is the culture Dan Campbell talks about. Pay that man. And honestly, they're right. Because this isn't about splashy headlines. It's about building a core. And if you're building a defense that can go toe-to-toe with the elite offenses in the NFC, Kerby Joseph is exactly the kind of player you start with. But what do you think about all of this? Is Kerby Joseph worth being the highest-paid safety in NFL history? Do you think this move signals the start of something special in Detroit, or is it too soon to tell? Personally, I love it. I love the confidence. I love the commitment. And I love the message this sends to every player in that locker room. You work. You lead. You produce. You get rewarded. That's how you build a winning culture. And man, it's starting to feel like the Detroit Lions are finally turning the corner from potential to powerhouse. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get the conversation going, because this move is about more than money. It's about belief. It's about the future. And it's about time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Lions News Fan Report, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. We've got wall-to-wall draft coverage coming your way, deep dives on player fits, and everything you need to know as the Lions charge into one of the most exciting seasons in franchise history. Until next time, one pride. Always.